Nobody knows where he is, but everyone is on the lookout for him, and every nation is willing to work together to eliminate him, though no one knows who he is, and the government has never seen fee structure this way. He is responsible for the majority of the country's illegal activity. Today, we will focus on a few of some cartel leaders who are still there and on the run from the law, but who are still among the most powerful figures in the international drug trade, governing the world of drugs and black marketing.
And the Department of Justice considers it to be one of the most dangerous transnational criminal organizations in the world.
And every time we have an operation such as this one, we prevent the drugs from reaching our youth and other members of the community.
Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, El Mencho, whose full name is Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, and born on either July 17th of 1966 or 1964, is a notorious Mexican drug lord and the head of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. His wanted level in the US is second only to that in Mexico. The Mexican government is providing up to 30 million Mexican pesos, or about $10 million.
Tonight, the DEA is offering $10 million for information leading to the arrest of the Mexican drug kingpin known as El Mencho. He's blamed for a flood of narcotics into the U.S.
He has been linked to narcotics trafficking, involvement with organized crime, and illegal gun ownership, and he is wanted by the authorities. It's been speculated that El Mencho coordinates drug trafficking activities around the world. El Mencho is one of the world's most wanted drug lords, and he is the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, formerly known as Los Matazetas. The cartel is well known for its excessive aggressiveness and public relations activities. Although the CJNG has expanded into other sorts of organized crime, drug trafficking, especially cocaine and methamphetamine, continues to be its most lucrative venture. Cartel members have been known to train new sicarios on human flesh, and the group has been criticized for employing such tactics as cannibalism, as well as the use of drones and RPGs in combat. He has led his gang of criminals aggressively and committed sensationalist acts of violence against other gangs and the Mexican government, all of which have contributed to his fame. As a result of these assaults, he became the target of heightened official scrutiny and a protracted manhunt. Authorities believe that he is safe with a group of military mercenaries in the countryside areas of Jalisco, Michoacán, Nayarit, or Colima. He was only 26 at the time, making him far younger than Abraham, and he guessed correctly that the deal was a police setup. Ivan Archibaldo Guzman Salazar. He is a high-ranking Sinaloa cartel member and the son of the cartel's former boss, Joaquin Guzman Loera. Law enforcement investigations suggest Guzman Salazar and his brother, Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar, provided significant operational assistance to their father. This included, among other things, coordinating the transport of narcotics from Central and South America to Mexico, coordinating the transportation of narcotics into the U.S., distributing drugs to wholesale customers in the U.S., and collecting drug proceeds from customers in the U.S. for transfer to Mexico. The Guzman Salazar brothers have grown more powerful within the Sinaloa cartel.
They are known as Los Chapitos, the four most trusted sons of the world's most notorious drug kingpin. As the I-Team has reported for several years, federal drug investigators here in Chicago consider El Chapo's sons in charge of the Sinaloa cartel.
Since their father's arrest and extradition and subsequent conviction in the Eastern District of New York, they have widened their operations by setting up state-of-the-art fentanyl labs in Culiacan, Mexico, and by incorporating new modes of transportation into their business, such as watercraft and aircraft, in addition to tunnels and border crossings. Ivan Archibaldo Guzman Salazar was charged by a federal grand jury in the Southern District of California on July 25th of 2014. Title 18, Section 1956 of the United States Code was cited in the indictment, as well as Title 21, Sections 952, 960, and 963, conspiracy to import methamphetamine, cocaine, and marijuana, conspiracy to launder monetary instruments. Forfeiture clauses were added in the indictment as well. The U.S. government is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information that leads to the capture and conviction of Ivan Archibaldo Guzman Salazar, Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar, as the son of the former boss of the Sinaloa cartel, Joaquin Guzman Loera. Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar is a powerful figure in the organization. According to law enforcement, Guzman Salazar, along with his brother Ivan Archibaldo Guzman Salazar, significantly assisted their father with operational matters. Federal grand jurors in the Northern District of Illinois returned superseding indictments against Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar and others on August 6 of 2009 and again on February 17th of 2016 for violations of Title 21 USC 846, conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute and to distribute more than 5 kilograms of cocaine and more than 1 kilogram of heroin. Title 21 USC 963, conspiracy to import more than 5 kilograms and distribution of more than 1 kilogram of heroin. Up to $5 million is being offered as a reward for information that leads to the capture and conviction of Jesus Alfredo Guzman Salazar. Ismael Zambada Garcia. One of Mexico's most wanted criminals, Ismael Zambada Garcia, also known as Mayo Zambada, rose to prominence in the 1990s as a major organizer for various Mexican drug trafficking organizations, and as a key figure in the Amado Carrillo Fuentes organization. He had the ability to move multiple tons of cocaine, marijuana, and heroin, and obtained many tons of cocaine from Colombian sources of supply via marine ways. The Zambada Garcia organization transported cocaine to the border between the US and Mexico using a variety of vehicles. After receiving it, the cocaine is smuggled to distribution cells by members of the Zambada Garcia organization, including significant distribution cells in Arizona, California, Chicago, and New York. Ismael Zambada Garcia was charged on January 28th of 2003 by a federal grand jury in Washington, D.C. with violating Title 21 USC Sections 959 and 963. Late in July of 2003, the sealed indictment was made public. A warrant for a provisional arrest was issued in response to this indictment. The U.S. Department of State is offering a reward of up to $5 million for information that results in Zambada Garcia's arrest and or conviction. Julan Adonai Archaga Carillas, also known as Alexander Mendoza and Porky, has been accused in the Southern District of New York of racketeering conspiracy, possession of machine weapons, and cocaine importation conspiracy. He's wanted for, among other crimes, facilitating the transportation of multi-ton loads of cocaine through Honduras into the US, as well as possession and conspiracy to possess machine guns that were used by gang members to support international drug trafficking, said Supervisory Special Agent Nick Durgin. Archaga Carillas is also allegedly responsible for ordering and engaging in the death of many rival gang members and others linked with MS-13.
A man who has gone through several different looks and has gone by several different names. The FBI says he should be considered armed and extremely dangerous.
This is the 526th time that the FBI has added a fugitive to their 10 most wanted fugitives list, and Archaga Carillas is one of them. He succeeded American fugitive Robert William Fisher, who was removed from the list for no longer matching the list criteria. Information leading to his arrest might earn a reward of up to $100,000 from the FBI. Kenny Young and Chen. For an aspiring star, internet anonymity would be their worst nightmare. But for a vicious kingpin, it's their dream. No one knows who they are, where they are, since they are being sought out by authorities. If you look up his name, you will only find one picture of him, and the fact that the DEA has listed him as one of their most wanted men is looking for Young and Chin because of the massive amount of heroin that he distributes in the US. It goes without saying that controlling a significant narcotics operation comes with threats, violence, and even assassinations. However, there is a darker aspect to Young's earlier history. You can see why Chen is a wanted man, but since he's so well hidden, it might be some time before the DEA finally gets their hands on him. Unfortunately, he employs minors to do his dirty work, which is wrong on so many levels. But for him, it's just business. minors especially if they're legal immigrants, because they are a lot easier to corrupt with little money and much more ignorant of the dangers of trafficking if they end up arrested or even dead. After a frightening story, a little break is taken. We will see you in the next chapter. Goodbye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.